Hey friends, Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. I got to tell you, Virginia in the springtime is absolutely gorgeous. Man, the trees, everything is so green, the air is so fresh, and things are just incredibly peaceful. You just got to love it. It's hard to believe that some 155 years ago that over 4,000 soldiers lost their lives over 3 days in May, right here. That there were over 25,000 casualties. That's people that were injured, captured, or just missing. And from time to time, they do find soldiers' remains in some of the fields, and they're plowing them and stuff. But we're here at the Wilderness Battlefield. And one thing, I love history. Because with history, you can learn so much about where you're going because you find out where you've been. And if you don't learn from history, literally, you are destined to repeat it. And I hate to say it, that's where we are with Zeke Elliott. And I gotta be honest, I am concerned. There was an agreement. Michael's been doing some research stuff. West Coast Cowboys has been talking about it as well. But when
There's nothing that says about fines or
suspension, well,
you can look at it and find that paragraph
Michael Anthony Fitness.
on page 5.
Well, here's the thing. When they ended up having the whole suspension and stuff, he ended up signing a 6-page agreement. I'm going to look at it myself, not that I'm an attorney or anything, but basically said that you can't have any run-ins with the law, and it could result in 6-game suspension.
No, suspension or ban.
Suspension or ban. Now, what gives me hope is when I look at Reuben Foster, I would imagine that Reuben Foster has had to sign something.
Do you have proof?
I don't have proof of that, Mike. No, I don't. But I would imagine that that would be a standard thing, that if you've been suspended for stuff, that you have to sign an agreement saying that I won't be doing this again, much as my man did for weed, right?
Well, they have to get tested. So
Well, I'm sure you had to sign an agreement saying, listen, don't smoke weed anymore, we're going to suspend you. Do you agree with that? Yeah, I agree.
Also, people have after you get in the program.
Right.
Because you have to sign an agreement.
What gives me hope on this is the fact that Reuben Foster, who had been arrested numerous times for domestic violence as well as weapons charges, weed possession, and things like that, he had only gotten a 2-game check fine. Okay? So when I look at that and think about that, this was not domestic violence with Zeke. And quite honestly, I'm not trying to defend it, because this is where, think about Sean McVay. Sean McVay has a coach. You know what his job is? His only job is to keep Sean McVay off the field. Every time he starts wandering on the field, he grabs him by the pants, pulls him back, keeps him out of trouble, keeps him from getting a penalty, keeps him from getting a fine.
Who's the coach from the Steelers?
Mike Tomlin.
So he has one of those guys.
Okay,
Too, that's
I think
by name.
we need a guy for Zeke Elliott. Zeke, let me just grab you, pull you out of the situation, and let's go. Flat out. Because we got to understand that, and Zeke's got to learn from what's happened in the past, that you have no room or margin for error. There is no second chances. You are under the microscope. You have to do things better than everybody else. And just because somebody else got away, it doesn't matter. We're only dealing with you. Because you got to learn from your past. It's amazing stuff. Joseph Hartley, if you're watching, this is one of those battlefields that I was telling you that I definitely want to show you if you come to the east. We've got the wilderness that's right here. About 4 miles away is Chancellorsville. About another 10 miles away is Fredericksburg. There's Spotsylvania. There's Cold Harbor north. There's Bull Run and Antietam when we go into Maryland. But they're really kind of neat to go through. Sad thing is, that battle, with over 25,000 casualties, was a stalemate. All it really saw was the beginning of the end of the Confederate Army, which basically went into siege detail defending Richmond. History. Better learn from it, or else your ass is going to be out of the NFL.